old school. You know me, all about the culture, like Rashid and OG. Like, subscribe, and tell your whole street. Load this next episode with love for the whole team. Yeah, let's get serious for the free period. And drop a link in the comments, cause we hearing it. Shout out to OG.
Hey yo, what's cracking? What's happening? What's going on? What's good? My name is Rashid K, the HNIC, the Peace Run God. This is episode 136 and I'm not alone.
Yes, sir. OG triple. Back at it like a crack addict. Just fiending off this hip hop. You know what time it is. 136?
136, yeah.
Big shout out, man. Brand new week. Hip
Brand
hop
new
is
week.
living. It's alive. Fourth quarter vibes, yo.
Yeah. We're out here. I want us to handle the music workshop roundtable with an audience before the year ends.
Okay.
Yeah. So
what's your agenda this time around?
I'm talking.
in
I'm
2024.
I'm talking to the people at Amped to make it happen.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to M Studios, man. Always holding us down out
They've
here.
been holding us down for the past 4 years now.
She was here when the building wasn't even here, man.
Yeah, we were here when we were the only one podcasting.
Hey,
like
dog.
we would podcast the whole day without saying, no, your time is up. Other
Bro.
people want to. It was just us.
We'd be here all day. Niggas would be like, alright, Chance, we want to knock off now.
Yeah, we
Like,
want to
nah.
knock off.
Like, I
We'd
can shoot
leave at
more.
6. Yeah, like towards December, we'd shoot like 3-4 episodes in one day.
Facts,
You
man.
know, hey, now it's busy. Everyone is podding here.
Everyone's got something to say, Rishi.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
I like to see the growth in the podcast game. It's really cool to spot.
Yeah.
You were saying round table towards the end of 2024.
we just do the roundup, the year roundup. Yeah, you know, talk about the highs and the lows.
I think it's been such a busy one this year. Yo,
Yeah,
there's-
it's been.
There's a lot to actually discuss, you know, some of the stuff to uncover, deep dive into a few things that happened this year, I think.
Yeah.
And just find a new way for us going into the next year. It's very important.
You know.
Very, very important. So that's what we're going to be doing, hopefully, towards the end of the year. As an artist out there, any advice from Sheed in terms of looking at December, you know, November? Am I looking to drop that big commercial single?
No, drop it now, and you start hitting up the promoters. In December, you do events. No, nobody's doing radio interviews and whatnot in December, pushing a song. You drop the song now, you push it now, hit up the promoters. November, December, you gigging.
Yeah, that's also crazy, man. I was thinking about that the other day. It's like I'm seeing off the back of Back to the City. It's like, where do niggas look to perform at now? Do we just take whatever gig we're gonna get, or are we looking to perform at places that, you know, make sense? So in the sense that am I looking to perform on like TV shows, or am I still looking to perform at Rockets, or am I waiting for that festival?
I think it's everywhere. We don't have much choice, you know, like to say, okay, I only do these type of gigs. Whatever opportunity that comes along, you take it. That's how it is.
Shit, that's crazy. Niggas don't even have that, you know, that leverage to be able to be like, nah, I ain't performing at Live.
No. After COVID, you can't have that. Remember when Questa said, I'm retiring from club gigs?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was then, and then COVID hit. He's back at it.
He had to run back on his word.
Yeah, he's back at it because, it's tough out there. This Ramaphosa economy is not playing.
Yeah. I've been looking at the music that's dropping right now, right? And I'm seeing a lot of artists are dropping albums, October, November. There's projects being dropped, you know?
Yeah.
And it just makes me feel like, what's the strategy with that kind of situation? Am I dropping my album now, fourth quarter, hoping that there'll be a single now and my album can still push for the rest of next year?
Anything can happen, man. Anything can happen. It might not even last till the end of the year. You know, when you drop music, you don't know how it's going to turn out. You know, it's just taking your chances and hoping for the best. You know, so you can have a hit in December. You know, I remember when Imalinin came out, it dropped in November
Yeah.
when people were like, okay, we're done.
Done, yeah. And then that came in was like
You know what
top
I mean?
2.
Yeah, and Big Nas the other year, they dropped in December, in the middle of December. And it became like the crossover song. So you'll never know. Some songs are instant hits, some need time to grow.
Ah, okay. So it's up to how you structure it.
Yeah.
How you want to roll out your sound and your music.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but December's coming, man, and I'm still looking on some, where's that
What?
hip-hop hit?
You know
We
what
got
I
a
mean?
couple of nice songs, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Won't step on them, but like, there isn't that Imalini kind of song yet, you know?
We might even miss it. It could be out there, but the attitude of radio towards hip hop might miss it. Might miss a big song. You submit a song, they say, "Oh, it's hip hop. I will see it." You know, probably the song is already there, but radio is not trying to hear that.
Or the TV's not trying
Or
to
the
play
TV is
videos.
not trying. It's the attitude towards hip hop.
I do think that attitude's gonna change. It has to, because
It
the
will
music-
eventually.
The music is speaking for itself
Yeah.
right now. You know what I mean? There's young cats who are dropping songs that are competing, even just on a social media
Yeah.
perspective.
That's why I think they should listen to music. Don't listen to genres. Listen to music. If it's a good song, it's a good song. It doesn't matter whether it's gospel or what.
And we all know a good song.
Yeah, we
You
all
what I
know
mean?
a good song.
That's how it becomes big because
Yeah.
we all fuck with it.
Yeah, you can't deny a
You
good.
can't
Whether it's a
deny.
Maskandi, you can't deny a good song.
Yeah, you'd be like, hey, I don't understand this, but it's hot. This is fine.
Yeah.
Now
So
what?
don't say because it's labeled hip hop, I'm not gonna listen to it. That's a bad attitude.
Yeah, nah. I don't know. I wanted to speak a little bit about any artists that you feel have had a good 2024 so far. Breakout artists.
Breakout artist, obviously Usmamane, hitting 8 million streams.
Shout out.
You
Shout
know,
out.
overtaking Reese with even Spotify monthly listeners.
Nice.
That's crazy for a new kid on the
Ooh,
block.
the slimes don't like that one, do they?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Even Tony Diamond going platinum, new kid on the block.
Yeah.
That's crazy,
That
man.
says a
That's-
lot.
Yeah, that's
says a lot. So I'm like, the ears are there right now.
yeah.
People are actually listening out for hip. I felt like during the year, early in the year,
Mm-hmm.
we were at a point where I felt like people generally,
Yeah.
that don't fuck with hip hop, that usually fuck with one or two songs, I felt like even they were not fucking with hip hop anymore.
Yeah.
But now, even when I go on TikTok and things like that, I'm seeing a lot of challenges coming from hip hop music. I'm seeing a lot more of these hip hop artists coming into the space and going on to these podcasts and these TikTok things, that they're more visible and their music is being used more on these social media platforms for challenges and shit.
Yeah.
Which is a good look, I think. That's how you get
People can
8
relate
million
to it. People can relate to it. you know?
Word. That's how you get 8 million
Yeah.
streams in today's age. That's pretty good, man.
That's crazy.
I also saw Pretty Ugly's what's the album with Dust?
Dust is on 6
Yeah,
million.
that's-
6 million
For
plus.
a full rap project?
Yeah.
That's quite a
Which
lot.
doesn't have a bubblegum song.
That's a lot of
That's
a lot of
crazy.
ears,
That's
man.
crazy.
It's a lot of ears. Makes me feel like, okay, even those who don't know hip hop are coming back to the same
Yeah.
thing you just said. A good song is a good song. So if you're in the studio right now, you're preparing for the end of the year into January, that's what you should consider, is that they're actually listening right now.
Yeah.
The ears are there. It's not like early 2023, 24, where it was like, okay, Ban
Just
dropped.
make good music, man. If radio doesn't play hip hop, why trying to make music for radio? Just make good music.
Yeah, man. Yo, where's Shane Eagle?
I haven't heard of Shane Eagle since the last thing I saw. He was about to become a father.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
even about the music. That was the last time I heard of Shane Eagle.
That's wild, man. That's
He's been laying low.
like super low,
Crazy,
shit under
yeah.
the radar, under the car, like. And I, because I'm such a Shane Eagle diehard.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, yo, I'm seeing one of my faves just fade away, and I don't know if it's because maybe his lifestyle outside of the hip hop became more important than the music, And the reason I bring it up is, what do you do when you get into that situation where now we're more worried about you having babies than you dropping music?
But Riz as well is about to be a father if he's not a father already. It shouldn't affect your craft. It's all interconnected. You could write a song because you're inspired by
what's happening
by your little youth.
Word.
Or your different stage in life of excuse me, a different stage of in life of becoming a father, because we grow. You
and
know,
it's okay.
Started this shit in high school, we were talking some dumb shit, and then we got a little bit young adults,
made some money, rapped
yeah.
about that, had babies, rapped up.
Them dudes, the Jay-Z and them and Eminem and them, they over 50, they still rapping, but they not rapping about what they used to rap about.
Word.
Yeah.
So would you say your relevance sort of, no matter how relevant you are, maybe in the social space, having babies, things like that, but once you stop dropping music,
Yeah.
do you believe that it's true that we just forget about you?
Yeah, because now, like with there's music dropping every day.
Yeah.
If you take a year or two not dropping, out of ear, out of mind.
Yeah, it's sad. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Because it's like, all right, maybe nigga's just going through some shit, but he'll be back. But there's no time for that in terms of the consumption. Like, if you're not dropping, we don't give a fuck about you anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel like more artists need to get into the space of, look, no matter what I'm going through, because I'm an artist, I'm going to put that into my art.
And fans are not stupid. They see and they know our lifestyles. They know that, okay, this guy is a father now, so it's understandable for him to make a song about the baby, or about relationships, or about baby mama. They grow with you. Don't be like stuck and say, yo, I used to rap about this, but now I'm in this situation. They know that we evolve and grow.
Yeah, we grow with the people that we love, especially musicians.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope to see the homie come back soon, because the reason I also thought about him is I would like us to have a TV show like The Hustle again. I saw the Flex Rabanyan on that interview, and then I thought about Shane, and then I thought about Big Star Johnson, and I'm like, how is it that we had such dope TV productions, but everyone who was on there that I've heard speak publicly about it hasn't really had anything good to say, and it hasn't really turned their career into something amazing.
Yeah.
So why is it that we can't have a show like that becomes successful in terms of, because Flex was talking about how the corporate side and the movie and the film side of things has really nothing to do with you as the artist that jumps on that show. So if we have a show like that and we've got a lot of passionate Rashids who all they want to do is become musicians, but we've got a TV show to produce, are those kinds of things good for the artist or good for the music in general, or good for us as people who watch it? Like, do we need them? I'd love to see it, but it kind of kills artists more than it actually puts them on.
It kills artists if it's done by people who have no interest in the culture. They all about the content. It's gonna benefit them. We have this content. We don't after the final episode, we don't give a fuck what happens to these artists.
Niggas,
yeah, we just go for season 7.
And then that time,
and then get new people.
And that time, the artist that just won that thing, he's still going through basically the same shit that he had. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you might as well then not have shows like this. Is it beneficial for us to now know a Shane Eagle from a show like that, and we can still say, Ish, we love Shane, but he's not doing anything. He might still be mind fucked from what happened to him
That's why
then.
some of these things must be done by people within the culture or within the industry. What Diddy used to do with the TV show, reality TV show, putting a group together. He has a label. He knows where he's gonna take these artists to.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, to the label. He has a TV channel, a TV network. He has all these things. It's not like, okay, I need this content after Chew and Spit.
Yeah.
Was
It's more
born
like I've got a
after
plan
that.
for this.
You know what I'm saying? So we need that network of doing things. Okay, from here you go there. You know, from there you go. You know, so that you don't get stranded after
After you win.
Yeah, after you win, you're stranded. You don't know where to go after
You
that.
got a useless contract.
Yeah,
You got a car, maybe 10,000 rand,
you know what I mean.
and then they leave you hanging in there.
So it's
And you're famous now.
yeah, it's all about people who ruin these things are culture vultures. Okay, this thing is popping. Let's create a radio show, a TV show, and exploit it. After that,
We leave it.
yeah,
at that,
we move to something else that's popping.
Yeah, I also feel I tweeted something a couple of weeks ago about how hip hop is not a get rich quick scheme. Do you think some people come into the game thinking that I'm gonna make money, or are we coming in because I'm just passionate about this thing? It's what I love to do.
I think now they understand. We used to have a lot of people who came into the game thinking, after watching videos, thinking they're gonna get rich quick, but that's not how it happens.
Yeah, the game teaches you
Yeah.
that quick.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. There's a years of come up stories.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Like you have to have put in the work, your 10,000 hours or
Yes.
whatever it is. Then you'll get rewarded. It's very rare. I don't think we've had someone who just overnight sensation.
People don't blow up overnight. You might look at Kane Kid and think he blew up overnight.
Nah.
That's not.
You know, Kane's been putting this shit.
You don't write dope verses like that overnight or in 3 months or in a year. It tells you that he started early, but he's been like perfecting his craft. You know, you might have discovered him now and say, "Hey, this kid is lucky; he just blew up overnight." That's not how it is.
I don't think I haven't heard that story before, in terms of SA hip hop, where it was overnight. Like you
No.
didn't know this nigga came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden,
No.
he's a big deal. I remember even with a nigga like Big Hash, when he blew up. For a lot of people, it felt like who's this homie? Like all
Yeah.
of a sudden, he's nice. People like him. His move, but that nigga used to be in Bram on the streets, ciphering. You know what I mean? Like doing his thing before anybody knew who he was. So that by the time he got there, he was polished.
It happens. It happens like that with everyone. Where it's Java, MT, Big Zulu. These are the people who were there for many years, trying to get on.
Yeah,
You know.
they have been working at it, dog. Wanted to ask you something in terms of dropping with a label. The difference, and I wanted to find out if it's which one would work better. If I'm an independent artist and I've got this song, potential to be big, right? And then Sony approaches me and is like, "Yo, we'll sign you for this song." I'm not signing you as the artist. I'm signing. I don't know how it works, so I'm asking
What
you.
licensing?
What is it? What
they-
is that situation?
They
where they're like, okay,
license where they license one song or one project.
how does that work?
Without they sign your work, not you. They sign the product, not
song.
not the producer of the product. They not you don't get an artist deal, rather a license deal too. They say, okay, we're gonna license this song or we're gonna license this album, and then exploit it for this long, publish it, distribute it,
So
whatever
if
that needs to
if
be
I've
done.
got the song, right? I've got the hit song. I
Yeah.
think it's already buzzing Nyano on the streets. At the point where they approach me and say they want to license the song, what would they be offering me when it comes to it being licensed? So what does that mean? Licensing the song means what?
It means you have a deal with them to publish and distribute and market and promote the song.
Okay.
You
so
know.
the behind the scenes of the PR,
Yeah, everything.
plugging, the
Yes.
sampling.
So they pushing the product, not the brand, so that they can benefit because they invested in it.
Okay, so chances are if they invest in it, it's probably gonna be bigger than whatever I was gonna do
Yes, obviously.
on my own.
Obviously, the machine, you can't compete with the machine.
But then doesn't that fuck me up because now the next song I drop, it might not get that license deal.
Yes, it's if they decide to like do more or it's a once off, it's gonna fuck you up in this way if you're on your own, that you don't have the budget, you don't have the machine to make the song as big as the one they were pushing. In the eyes of the people, it's gonna look like you fell off.
Facts. That's why I'm like, okay.
You can't match your previous success.
So then does that make it wise for an artist to sign those kinds of licensing deals where I've got a hit on my in the chamber, you know?
Yeah.
And I know the streets know, everyone knows that this song is hot.
Yeah, it's wise. It's not a bad idea because that can give you a kickstart. You know.
But I mean, I got the hit. Do I need the kickstart?
Yeah.
I've got the hit. Do I need the kickstart?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. A lot of these artists like your Java, your MT, your Aries, they where they are because of the ambitious kick push.
Okay.
They kickstarted their careers. After that, like now you know me, you know what I'm capable of. I can do it on my own.
But they
But
signed as
they-
artists though, not as licensing.
Yes, but I'm saying however, it benefits the artist. They needed that to be on their own because before then they were hustling. It wasn't happening on their own. They were hustling, releasing singles, taking out demos. It wasn't happening until the label took the same song, Roll Up, that was already out, and
threw everything into it.
and put the budget behind it, and then it blew up. It was not a new song. It was a song that was already there.
Do you not feel like maybe it's a trap nyana by the labels to do the same thing? Because it kind of gives them the freedom of being like, we don't.
But it grows your brand that when you go out there, people know you from that machine.
Okay, I hear it. I don't know if I'll do it as an artist. You know, sometimes you gotta back yourself a little bit.
Yeah,
You know?
that's why.
You
That's
can't
why.
do what
That's
the
why I
label's
say.
gonna
That's
do,
why I
but-
say, you are not independent if you don't have a budget. The only time you can claim that I'm independent is when you're not depending on anyone. You need PR, you pay for it. You need plugging, you pay for it.
Yeah,
You need to shoot a music video,
that's
you pay for it.
independent,
You have an interview in Cape Town on Hectic 99, you fly yourself. You book a hotel accommodation for yourself. That's independence. You're not depending on anyone.
Independence.
You can't
is a
say you're
label.
independent if you can't afford all those things.
Yeah, independence is like you're the label.
Yeah.
You're the label.
Freedom.
Whatever they were gonna do. No, I'm seeing. I don't know which way it's going. If it's the approach is coming from labels or it's the artists themselves who go to the label, be like, "Yo, I've got this song," and the label's like, "Oh, we've heard this shit. Let's license it." Or is it the label will be chilling? and be like,
Now
here's this
you,
song. Let's go
you need
fish
to-
this kid.
You need to make moves because labels, they don't have artist development. They will meet you halfway. They see, okay, you buzzing. You have 5 million views on TikTok. Your song is trending here and there. And then it makes things easy for them. They don't have to start from the bottom.
All right, I don't know, man. It's up to you as an artist what you wanna do.
Yeah.
But it's a common thread now where I'm seeing a lot of artists just sign that one licensing for one song, you know, go to the label. It looks like they're signing a whole deal, but it's literally just for the publishing of that song, or you know. And usually in that case, when you do that with your big song, as much as you get that exposure, they're still making the majority of the bucks from that song.
Okay. Another thing I wanted to touch. What do you think of the feminist movement trying to cancel Chris Brown?
Yo, that's a cancelable conversation. That one. I mean, it was always gonna happen, right? Sure. I really, at the moment, the way I feel about it is that every individual is entitled to feel however they want to feel about it, right?
But do you think it's a one-sided thing? It's only for women. If it's a GBV against male, it doesn't matter.
It's not gonna count the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly, probably, because that's how the world works, right? No one really cares about man's asses. But with the Chris Brown,
Because I've never seen feminists protesting against a woman who abused a man.
no, we're not publicly, you know, and also there's not that many stories, so you wouldn't really get that one.
Yeah, but there are stories. It doesn't mean they non-existent.
Look, you don't
it's,
have...
it's the mentality of if you're a guy, you're going to a police station to say, I was raped, they laughed at you. They would laugh at you. Like,
Yeah, that would happen.
you know, I think
It's obviously not the same, dog. But it's like, let's switch it, right? Let's say Lauryn Hill is coming to perform in Mzansi, and we know that Lauryn Hill has had cases of beating men. Are we not gonna go watch Lauryn Hill?
I don't think men care much about that. You know, women they one protest against Lauryn Hill because it's all about women empowerment. As long as it doesn't hurt women, it doesn't matter who it affects.
Yeah. For me, though, I just feel like we need to keep the same attitude, the same energy with this kind of stuff, you know? I understand where the feminists are coming from because of the situation and because of our GBV situation in our country. So it's like if somebody's out there knowing publicly, we all know that this person is an abuser, blah, blah, blah.
Not
then
even
we should
just
should be canceling them.
Just not even just public opinion. We've seen people getting cancelled before proven guilty, like this Java situation. But it didn't happen with Kelly Kumalo. I'm not saying she's guilty, but like from accusations, men get suspended, they lose brands, they get fired.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But if Kelly Kumalo was a guy,
They wouldn't be the same kind
it
of
wouldn't be the
attention.
same.
Yeah,
She wouldn't be performing. She wouldn't be making public appearances. Or
Yeah, the fact is though, there will be no equality when it comes to that though, because there's so many more cases of it being man on woman violence rather than woman on man. So I don't think there's
does that
much of a leg to
justify
stand on.
does that justify turning a blind eye on women abusing men?
No, it doesn't. Obviously not. We want it to be.
We
equal.
know that the scales are not balanced, but it doesn't mean that okay, we don't care about this one because it's like 10 or 5%.
Yeah. So you feel like feminists are saying they don't care that Chris Brown is coming,
No, they want Chris Brown to be cancelled.
and you're saying you don't understand that.
I'm not saying I don't understand that. I'm saying they should keep the same energy.
Yeah. If we're gonna say Malum Cool Cat is cancelled because of some shit he did in Austria, why can't we cancel Chris Brown? So I hear the argument, but then it always goes back to the same thing of us being hypocritical human beings. Is that we'll turn a blind eye for Chris Brown, but fuck Malum Cool Cat. You know what I mean? And it's like, how? Because they both been tried in court and were, convicted or whatever of whatever they had done. So it's like, if you're going to say, fuck that nigga, then it should be same for Chris Brown. I'm a huge Chris Brown fan. Love this shit.
Yeah.
But I do also understand that he does beat women. So it's like, do we separate that from the music and let him perform and go enjoy him? Whereas I love Malum Cool Cat, but for some reason, society and promoters that are around, they won't let me forget what Malum Cool Cat did. But they'll fill up Chris Brown's shit for 2 days. You know what I mean? So
It's
I
crazy.
get it.
It's this thing is very difficult, man. Sometimes when you have toxic relationships, toxic couples that fight a lot, and you've heard of those.
Yeah, word.
If you fighting as a couple, you beat each other up, they're gonna take the one side of the beating.
Yeah, because you're the man. I mean, you're the man. You want them to be like, look how badly she beat Rashid. No one's going to say that.
That's what I'm saying. That's my chat.
No one's
That's
gonna
my
say
chat.
that. I hear your chat, bro. And you fighting for equality.
Yes.
You fighting. If you're going to be pissed off at the woman, at the man, then you must be pissed off at the woman as well.
The same way.
Like, keep the same energy.
Yeah.
My thing with this is now, how do we separate that from the music? You know what I mean? Because, like, even with Lauryn Hill, I don't care how many niggas she's fucked up. I still want to see Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
So how do I separate Lauryn Hill's music, in this case, Chris Brown's music, to Chris Brown's action?
Imagine a bunch of niggas propagating the boycott of Lauryn Hill. You're gonna be seen as women
are you
haters,
doing?
as chauvinists.
What are you
It doesn't. You don't win. It's a lose situation.
That's how I feel like a lot of South Africans.
For males.
But that's how a lot of South Africans feel, especially the feminists, the non-feminists. That's how they feel about the Chris Brown situation. It's like, hey, but he didn't beat me up, so I'm gonna go watch this nigga's shit. And then behind closed doors, if it was, like I say, Malum Cool Cat, you'd be like, no, we can't go to that concert. Fuck Malum Cool Cat. Blah, blah. It's like, how? We have to keep the same energy. We're bringing this nigga to FNB stadiums. He's packing it up for 2 nights. We know exactly his history, right? And he's still here. I'm saying, when someone else, sorry, before you cut me, when someone else who has the same record as Chris Brown in terms of what he's done, that comes here, I want the same energy all the time. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that exactly.
Keep the
And another thing, what do we say when the victim
it's chilled.
is cool and has forgiven?
Chris,
What does that leave you as the public or as an activist?
Yeah, man.
Or you still say no, cancel him. We don't care whether Rihanna forgave him.
Yeah. Literally, that's what you should be saying. I mean, y'all niggas did that to R. Kelly. With R. Kelly, it's like, yeah, nah, fuck whatever he does. Fuck his music, blah, blah, blah. We're not playing it in.
That's a
But
lie
you still
because
love the guy.
Yeah, because he's got millions of monthly listeners on Spotify. It means millions of people listen to R. Kelly.
Spotify should be the one to take all that shit off, and we can't even access it.
Yeah.
But they're not doing that either because they know
Because
how
it's money.
fickle we
It's
are.
money for them. And
But they also know how the consumer is.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fuck this nigga in public, but in private, I'm having sex to that song, bro.
Yeah, but you're gonna have 20,000 signatures trying to cancel R. Kelly, but then you have 70 million listening to him a month.
What do I do as the corporate nigga?
Yeah.
And you find, let's say all of his victims have forgiven him.
Yeah.
Are we still pissed? Do we go back to listening to his music? You know what I mean? If Rihanna has forgiven Chris Brown, does that mean we all forgive Chris Brown? I don't know.
For what?
For beating her.
For beating who? Like,
If Rihanna forgives Chris Brown.
Yeah, he didn't beat up the movement, the feminist movement. The person that he beat up, he's cool, forgave him, fine. What are you gonna do with it?
It's almost like inheriting beef kind of thing.
Yeah,
Because now it's like, now we have to hate him even though Rihanna and them
It's
are
like-
cool.
it's
They
like-
be having lunch every weekend.
it's like seeing a couple fighting. You get in between. The next day they cool. Where does that leave you?
Leaves you fucked. It leaves you in a case where the nigga can still fill up FNB, dog. Like, how you gonna fill up 92,000 whatever seater it is, right? Full to the brim,
Twice,
apparently.
190,000.
Which is insane for
Yeah.
somebody who y'all
And
claim to hate.
you still trying to get 15,000 signatures.
All I'm saying is, yo, man, the next wife beater to come perform here, I don't want to hear nothing, dog. Because
Yeah.
if you're gonna let Chris in, you gotta let them all in now. You know what I mean? You gotta let every offender, everyone who's been accused of, they've all gotta get a shot because you gave Chris the biggest shot, and then we know his history. We know, we're a country that fights against GBV, but we have double standards.
Where does this thing of canceling people stop? We've seen rappers who killed people, went to jail, came out and became superstars, continued with the music.
Big Meech just came out, dog.
Big Mitch, Big Crit. There's a lot of rappers who killed people who are celebrated. When do we decide that, okay, we can cancel this, we can't cancel this, whatever?
Yeah,
where do we draw the line?
We can't. There is no line really. It's about
Oh,
favoritism. It's
yeah.
favoritism about who do you like more. Like,
Yeah, it's all
Who do you-
about
who do you fuck with
choosing.
more?
It's all about choosing. You know,
Oh, okay, clean. I thought it was cutting us,
you know, it's all about choosing who we don't like.
which is
And
fucked
and
up.
and the cancel situation wasn't gonna come up if there was no event.
True.
You know,
True. I
so
mean, none
we
of it
we
will come up
we
if
were
there's no
reminded by the event that's happening. Oh, Konje, this nigga did this and that. Let's cancel him.
And also, like, it might be a bit of hate, bit of jealousy.
Yeah.
Or some. Nah, but how can this nigga come and fill up FNB whereas we've got our own artists who also can fill up this spot, but we wouldn't book them.
Yeah.
You know? I think it goes down to who do they like more than who, bro.
It's
Like,
crazy.
cancel culture, I don't think is as strong as it used to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now cancel culture, there's too many loopholes. You know, some people are uncancelable. You know what I mean?
Yes, yeah, and they can say
They
that
can
you can't
say
cancel,
and do whatever they want, and you will still love them.
and you know what I used to say, the cancel culture was created for celebrities.
Yeah.
You know, nobody has ever cancelled a drug dealer in his neighborhood. We all know
That's true.
who's selling
We know
Nyaupe.
where that shit is.
You don't cancel criminals from your own hood.
your own
You want to
hood.
cancel famous
Yeah,
people.
man, cancel Chris though.
Yeah.
Even though Rihanna said it's cool.
Yeah, you want to cancel famous people.
But
There's a
that
drug
nigga at the
dealer
corner
next door.
who sells by the Pakistanis. You know that nigga's killing the kids in the hood, dog.
You know.
But you ain't gonna cancel him.
Okay, let's go to the. How much time do you have? 4 minutes.
Oh shit.
Okay, let's go straight to the
Review.
free period.
Free period.
Free
All right, but
period.
quick one. We were gonna talk about city versus city.
Yes.
Yeah, quick one.
Let's talk about that. Like it needs to be discussed. Let's talk
Okay,
about
fine.
that on the next
City
episode.
versus city is a good,
Yeah.
good chat. Especially right now, I'm seeing a lot of people
yes.
putting the cities up together.
Let's not.
I will do episode
Yeah.
138,
Yeah.
37.
137.
Let's get
138.
into the free period. We've killed some time.
Yeah, we've killed some time.
And Am Studios kicking us out.
You know. Okay. Yo, what's good people? My name is Rashid K, the HNIC. You already know. We handle the Masterclass podcast, Youthquake, and the HNIC Castle, all under the Masterclass network on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel. And if you want to advertise on any of these 3 podcasts, you can hit us up. You know, you can also book us to come and host events. We also do public speaking, music workshops, and music conferences. You can book any of the presenters on the Masterclass podcast, the HNIC, or the Youthquake. If you want to advertise on any of these 3, hit us up. We're available for business. Thank you. Okay, free period rappers. We have a rapper by the name of Gaba.
Gaba.
Yeah, it's from Durban. I've seen him perform live. Hood
Gaba.
versus
Oh,
Hood.
Gaba.
Gaba. You know, I used to think it's Gaba. You know, a Gaba is a spoon.
Yeah.
But they told me it's Gaba, not Gaba.
Shout out
Yeah,
Gaba.
but he's a really dope dreadlock dude.
Okay.
I
I haven't heard his stuff. Is he rap
yeah,
rapper?
he's a
Or
dope
music?
rapper and a singer as well. You know,
Like a musiholic.
type vibe.
shit.
Yeah. Check out Gaba from Durban, representing, holding it down. We see you, boy. You our artist of the week.
Word up, man. Producer of the week. Giving it to Maraza.
A lot of people don't give him respect as a
don't know,
producer.
though. They don't know though. And I
They
was actually
don't
on the
know
phone
how
with him.
dope Maraza is as a producer. So that's why we're like, okay, forget that rapping stuff, singing stuff. Let's shine a light on him as a producer.
Yeah, 1000%. Like,
You know, because he has produced for a lot of artists like Gigi Lamaine and in the industry. I'm not talking about up and coming rappers. You know, he has done a lot of Big Zulu and them.
yeah.
You know, Maraza is a dope producer.
Shout
you
out
know,
Maraza.
underrated. Nobody gives him credit as a producer.
yeah, everyone just thinks he's a rapper
Yeah.
and just does guan and drops parabellums and cerebellums.
uh,
But he actually produces the
Yeah,
tracks himself too.
That's why we like on this episode, like Maraza, shout out to you.
Shout out to Maraza. He's also got a new song with Big Zulu dropped last week Friday. So
Yeah.
go check it out, man. He produced that as well.
Yeah, dope song. Shout out to Maraza.
Quick review.
Quick review.
I've only gone halfway through this album, though. And it's long. It's a very long album.
Yeah, it is. I've listened to it repeatedly.
Oh, word.
Duncan, Incwadi, Yezono. It came out
Yezono.
it came out 2 weeks ago. So I've been
Give us a
bumping it.
review there, but
Yeah.
what
So
you think?
I think it's a dope album. You know, you don't get Vanek albums this dope.
Okay.
You know.
I'll give it, in a while, I haven't heard a full-on Vanek album that was like this.
Yeah.
The only thing that I did find was like some of the songs are like they're different. Some
Yeah, they
songs are more
different.
like
they
Zulu
different.
culture, and then some are like hip hop, and
They different. You know, Duncan is gonna take another 5 years before he drops. That's why he gave us like 20 songs of everything. He can have like for the next 3 years he can just drop singles, shoot videos from this album.
Yeah, he can.
You know,
how many tracks on it? Like
yeah,
17, 18?
even the intro is dope. It's his mom
Oh,
talking about when she was pregnant, the experiences when she was pregnant with Duncan.
She gave us that December 4th vibe.
Yeah, no, that's a very dope intro, you know. And the features as well. The
There's
features,
a lot of features on the
yeah,
song.
Loki, Obrikwana, Q Twins, Intaba Yase Dubai, Bongo Riots, Zakwe, Azana, you know, and my favorite, What About featuring Abdus.
Yeah,
Even
shout
though
out Abdus. Shout out
it's
Abdus.
he's still dissing Big Zulu. Yeah, What About is a Big Zulu diss.
Yeah.
But only Duncan is dissing Big Zulu, not Abdus.
Yeah. Abdus's verse is nice.
Abdus's verse is nice.
But Duncan's
you know,
verses on that are quite nice too.
Yeah.
It says a lot.
So Duncan Incwadi Yezono, me, I'm rating it 8 out of 10. Beautiful album. Check it out if you haven't.
We'll keep your rating on that. I'm still gonna go sit down with it for some time. I'll only be able to rate it once I've bumped the whole thing. I'm only halfway. It's long. It's what I feel at the moment.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's a few replay value songs on there that I enjoy.
Yeah.
But I need to sit down and then maybe I'll get to that 8 or 7.
All right, I've been pumping it.
Incwadi Yezono.
The Masterclass Podcast, episode 136. We out.
Peace.